five panelists on the dais. Asta already named the thing, so I will first jump into certain question. I have got only 4 questions to discuss. Okay. तो यहाँ पे हाँ जैसे कि gentlemen, as the CMO or the marketing head of the organization, you face greater expectations with your organization than your predecessors. Can you share your expectation? So I will start with Kaustubh.
I'm going to call you Deepak Da, since I know Deepak for a while now. So
Yeah.
Deepak Da,
Yes.
let me.
Yeah. So you want me to repeat the question?
Oh, okay. So I think Deepak Da, what I would say is that we were just before we came up on the panel dais, we were just having a chat, and I realized is that I've got a very unique experience. I've been in this organization for the 9 years, but I've worked for 4 different companies. So it's basically taking the same set of offerings, but they just got bigger and bigger. So the biggest challenge that we had every time that our company got acquired was that we had to start from ground zero. The key thing was that we had challenges internally and externally. Internally, the thing was there was new structure, a completely new team, and externally we had to connect with the customers, ensure that we have the right set of visibility, thought leadership, mind share. So the very key thing that we had to start was to ensure that we have the right kind of corporate narrative so that we get the value to the customers. But having said that, today what we realize is that it's not only about reaching the decision makers, but the user also. And that's where, we had to ensure that we had omni-channel presence and reach out to each and every decision makers. And while these things were happening, COVID struck. And that's where we saw the entire emergence of automation, hyper-personalization, data-driven marketing. And now that we are back, it's in hybrid format. So this is what we're seeing as emergence. And that's been my experience in the last couple of years that I've said. And I'm sure panelists will have their own experience, but that's what I had to share.
Just let's understand from Nikhil.
Yeah, I think I'll echo what Kaustubh was saying. We all have gone through a journey of long marketing journey. I know a few of our friends sitting here on Cisco days. So the challenge has been changing every job for all of us. But over the years, what I see is it is more of accountability that is been increasing, and the emphasis for marketers are more of accountability. And when I say accountability is primarily generating leads. In previous days, I think we used to do marketing. We used to have entire 360-degree of marketing to our disposal in terms of budgets, in terms of everything. Now this role has become more, optimized to a more field marketer with lead generation as a main accountability to us. And echo to what Kaustubh said about the COVID has really changed that, because when those last 2 years we have been really looking for opportunities that our salespeople can drive. I think more than we look at our predecessors, I think our successors will have more challenges the way we have grown in the last few years. That's my take on it.
Yeah, Anita, what is your take on it?
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Deepak, for this opportunity of having such a nice panel, along with me. We had a quick discussion before coming in here. And what came in out was eventually, if you see, over the years, what has evolved as in the marketing field, you always have the core to the customer and the partner. Ultimately, I think, whatever strategies come up, whatever you do overall, but everything revolves around the customer and the partner finally. So yes, there are newer strategies that come up, whatever it is, the journeys, the thrust of it is something that works upon. But ultimately, entire journey, entire process that happens primarily happens around these 2 key factors where you're trying to bring in value to the customer that you are interacting with.
Yeah, Shankar, how you will react to this question?
Thank you, and it's a pleasure to meet with some of my old friends and some new friends. I would say, Deepak, it's been a two-side, if I can give a different perspective. You know what's happening is our people in our organization, they're also realizing that, things are changing. Digital media, social media. The other day, somebody said that, we want to do hyper-personalization. And, so one doesn't know if, that sales rep is just trying to throw a fancy word to impress you or to impress his manager, or is he actually serious about it? So our problem is also to understand that, when they expect something from us, are they actually wanting that for their particular segment or a market, or are they just trying to, get a catchy word from media and trying to replicate? So it's a ball game where marketeers have to be very, clear as to what is required, because ultimately we have our own goals, like all the salespeople in the room, or like everybody, you have your metrics. We also carry, numbers that we're supposed to deliver. So I think with the entire change, things have become more quantitative. For a consumer, things have become more, his attention span is decreasing. So earlier, what used to work is no longer practical. So lots of interesting things, but yes, it's a balancing game that we all play here.
Good, thanks. So we have a second question, like omni-channel marketing is highly effective approach for marketing for business. Can you share the strategy that works best? I will start with Shankar again.
You'll just have to repeat it once more, Deepak, the question.
So,
Omni-channel marketing?
Omni-channel marketing is a highly effective approach for marketing for business. Can you share the strategy that works best?
Oh yes, definitely. So, for people in the room who are not so familiar with omni-channel marketing, I don't want to sound as if I'm a guru in marketing, but, omni-channel marketing is nothing but, when you get the same brand experience across all channels of marketing. So, you see, let's say, Ankita shared a very, very interesting example of Lenskart. You try and buy glasses of Lenskart on the website. They have those features, you give your picture, they show how you look with those glasses. But till the time, glasses or shoes, till the time you wear them, you get the comfort, it's of no use. So think of omni-channel marketing as a platform which gives you the experience both in the online world and the offline world. So we as marketeers actually use omni-channel marketing a lot. Examples could be your brand narrative. If you want to talk about the same brand, the brand promise or the brand messaging has to be consistent. It should not be a case that you look at one brand which has a different color palette in the online world. You go to the physical store, it's a different story, completely different story. So I think B2B marketeers like probably Kaustubh and I would swear by using omni-channel marketing a lot. So, thank you.
Yeah, so now you have taken name of Kaustubh. Now I will take address from Kaustubh.
Okay, so I'll start with the very...
Shankar wants you to add something.
Oh, sorry, I can't interrupt.
That was not planted,
Okay, yeah.
Kaustubh.
To continue, yeah, please,
Yeah,
Kaustubh.
I'll start with a very cliche example. It's like, jo dikhta hai, wo bikta hai. And that's what is the fundamental when it comes to omni-channel. Basically, our job is not only about selling value marketing to the decision makers, but sometimes you really have to go to those, developer level profile also. And at that point of time, you can't just follow a particular strategy. And now I'm going to sound very prescriptive. It's basically what we see is that when we look from an omni-channel perspective, what is it that you're looking from a thought leadership perspective, brand awareness, how you're working with analysts. So that's where the customer really understand what your brand is all about. Then you come to very focused account kind of an approach. And nowadays, the most known and beaten to death word is ABMs. How do you focus on accounts, do various ABMs and target your customers? But at the same time, you don't forget your install base. What is it that you're doing around your install base? You can't ignore the partner ecosystem. What is it that, because they're the feet on the street. They're the ones who are really getting you business. And last but not the least, the entire digital thing, automation, AI, what is coming up. What is it? Because it's an age of hyper-personalization. The customers become very smart. He knows what he should be buying. So before even you can reach, he's already done the research. So you really need to have those kind of tools as a part of your strategy to reach the decision makers and the users. So if all these few elements, that will make a very strong omni-channel strategy for your organization to be successful.
Yeah,
That's my
wonderful. Anita, what you will say on it, omni-channel marketing?
Well, when you look at the omni-channel experience, I think, it's the same thing like Shankar and Kaustubh mentioned, right? It's a seamless experience across for your brand on whatever platform your customer, your partners or whoever, your stakeholder really looking up to you as a brand. And I think giving them that seamless experience, one, of course, creates the trust, credibility for your brand. And apart from that also, the lens cart example like given by Shankar, we were just discussing this a couple of minutes back. And, look at, for example, today you want to buy a mobile phone. You would do so much of research on the features that are there, the camera, quality. You will look at each and every feature. Probably you will go to the store and also check it up. How does it look like? Maybe a couple of years back, all of us probably have used this Nokia 3310. We just went to the shop and said, hey, ek Nokia 3310 de do. But that's it. But today, if you look at the kind of buying cycle and the way we have transformed our, journey is very, very different. So, omni-channel experience definitely is very, very important that you are available for your customer wherever it is. And of course, you are covering the customer journey wherever, probably the morning that you leave, he's listening to you on the radio, or probably, when you open the newspaper, you are there, everywhere. But the brand experience has to be really seamless for the customer, wherever he might find you.
Absolutely, you are correct. So we move to the next question. In ever-changing digital landscape, marketers constantly seek innovative strategies to capture their audiences, deliver personalized experience, and streamline content creation process. As the CMO, how do you see generative AI is going to disrupt the market? I'll start with Nikhil.
So, AI is a new oil now in marketing. And honestly, AI has not been new actually. We have been experiencing it for many years. And I'll give example of chatbots, right? That we have been seeing this for last almost a decade now. The only thing that has happened with now is it has just burst with the new technology that is coming to the consumer. AI has been there into the industry for businesses. Only thing is people, which are common people, were not able to experience that. And with the new chat GPT, the whole burst that happened, the awareness has come. But AI, if you all understand, is a machine learning process. And it will take a time to become more mature, more intelligent, and the more mature and intelligent it becomes, it will disrupt furthermore. In terms of disruption of marketing, I know people talk about AI is going to take jobs, or AI is going to take marketers' jobs maybe tomorrow, but that's not going to happen. We talk about jobs creations like the prompter on AI. You really need somebody who can really generate a good AI outcome. One of the example I just talk about a chatbot to just give you a perspective. Like chatbots at one point of time used to be rule-based, right? I'm not sure how many of you used. For example, you put a question to a chatbot, it will just give you 2-3 options. You select one. Then it moved to natural language chatbots, where you can ask question, it will just answer a good with a complete language, and then you select, right? Then it moved to the machine learning, and I'm not sure how many have seen the Tesla video where there is a voice-based support, which is again a new AI. So marketing per se, there are various avenues in terms of marketing that we can keep on using. For example, content creation. I think the first people that have probably impacted are the copywriters. We have started using ChatGPT to curate the content of the copywriter as well. So maybe that is where the disruption will happen. I was just saying that when people thought about AI, people thought about it will take the job of developers. People take job of intelligent and skilled people, but it does. And creativity was almost at the end of this entire disruption. But the first thing that is had gone and hit is the creative people. I'm not sure if you have heard about the Mid Journey, which is one of the biggest application. You can generate 3D booths. So booths which I'm seeing in exhibitions, it really takes a lot of time to create that, but Mid Journey can just create it in a matter of seconds. So those things are something that we as marketers are observing. And I think there will be a disruption, but it's not going to take somebody's job or take somebody's, you'd still need a human touch to create something, right? So it's only going to upgrade the skills of people much more.
How it is help your business? ChatGPT or generative AI?
So I have, I have already started using ChatGPT for, we just recently did a big partner summit. Almost everything, right from the welcome letter to agenda to, the MC script, by the way. And I just had to put the entire agenda and just put a prompt saying, can I get a complete, the MC script based on the agenda? And I had a full 5 pages of entire MC script. I did not have to tell her who's the speaker, who's going to be the next, when is going to be the lunch time, when is going to be tea time. So this has been very effective. Definitely it's helping us save some costs there in terms of not too much relying on the creative content. And very importantly, as I say that, it's going to help us optimize our time. All of us, I think, are right now, as I said, the things have changed. Earlier, we used to have like 5 people or 6 people in the marketing field. I think almost all of them are like individual contributors in their company. So we have so much things to do, so much of things to deliver. How do we save? Use the AI to your own benefit in terms of saving time.
Seems that everybody is agree to Nikhil, or anyone want to add?
So I think I'm first of all very pleased to be here and sharing the stage with great minds. And Deepak sir, thank you so much for inviting us over. There is absolutely no doubt about the value of time saving when it comes to using AI. More than anything else, I think I'd like to emphasize that it's changed the way search was being done before. And while in the erstwhile search format, there were a lot of data points that were available, we would end up spending a lot of time making our opinions. So I think one of the things that ChatGPT has done is that it has created a bridge between not having an opinion to having an opinion, sometimes necessary, sometimes not so necessary, but in a very, very short span of time. And I think that's a really commendable tool for marketers and business people all across. And I'd rather say this on stage that I feel rather empowered and not threatened by AI, and I think that's the right way forward, yeah.
You're right. So if I can ask you, Ritesh, can you share your experience on how
Deepak,
AI...
can I just add?
Yeah, yeah, please.
Sorry. And what I feel is that it's only a matter of time that this is going to be a necessity more than, a tool which we will use to, it will be like it's a matter of time that we will get used to it and it's become a part of our day-to-day thing. I think it's only more about how well we use it, because this is something that, this is always, we've seen that in the way technology has progressed, it always helped us, but there are always collateral damages that it shows. So it's basically at the end of the day, how do we use it? We use it for the right purpose and ensure that that helps us get the right business outcomes rather than, being lazy, because it's a tool that will help us quickly. Definitely it'll cut out a lot of time, money that is there, but I feel that it's something that we should try and use it more from our benefit rather than allow it and seeing, as Nikhil said, it's the collateral damage part of it.
Yeah, you are going to hear in coming days, your management may talk to you. What is your AI strategy? If your AI will do, what you will do? Please clear cut your AI strategy. What is the growth path? If it is that, if AI is giving how you will make the difference as a marketer. Anyway, that will be the process.
But at the same time, that applies to all departments, because AI is not going to be just for marketing.
Yeah.
Right. So one of the things that I have been doing is, teaching ChatGPT also for sales. telling them that, some of the things that you want to achieve is through this, if you're really planning something with your channel partner, or what all questions do you need to ask, or, some of the things that you can do is, so we rather than, just looking at it a different way, start educating others also how to use AI. AI in terms of decision making, data-driven decision making is another best tool. A lot of people may not know, because a lot of people also come to us, to marketers, I want to help on the presentation. There are AIs who can actually help you to do a great presentation, decks also. So I think as a marketer, we can also always help others to learn, and it's not just looking at marketing is going to impact on that. Yeah.
You got a ready-made executive assistant for yourself. AI. I would position that way.
And then we were just joking. It's only a matter of time. There's going to be a new profession that is going to come as, you need to be a prompter. What are the right prompts that you need to put in ChatGPT?
I think it is 60 to 65% correct. Yeah. So finally, we'll move to the last question. Can you share your experience on how AI and automation is helping you to trim your budget in few ways? I will start with Ritesh.
So I think when you look at budget cuts or savings or trimming, as has been mentioned here, I think one of the most interesting things is the focus on efficiencies. If you get efficient with what you do, automatically it impacts the cost and spends. And when you talk about marketing, I mean, we all know that there are budgets involved in practically moving anything from anywhere to anywhere. Taking some practical examples, I think it's interesting to note that two of the most significant areas where Redington has implemented AI is on the lead generation engine and on the digital campaign management side. And both of these elements have been traditional problems for us because the scale and size that we operate in, we do more than about 600 events throughout the year. And these throughout thousands and thousands of leads that sometimes go unnoticed, they never convert, or they sometimes get fizzled out in the process of exchanging hands from the ISR to the business manager, and then the business manager to the account manager, and so on and so forth. What we have done is that using tools like Acoustic or Lead Assign, these are tools that actually practically implemented on reducing the time between lead generation to actually revenue capture. So that entire funnel management becomes supremely easy as well as less time consuming and money consuming. Another very interesting aspect of our business that I'd like to talk about is very recently we launched or we overhauled our entire website and our web presence at a global level. And I'm very proud to say that almost 25 practical videos that we've put on the website are all generated through using some of the other AI tools. Some of these are, Copy AI, Soundword, and there are so many of these wonderful tools available that not only help you to craft out what you're thinking, but actually deliver the video to you in relatively small time. So I think these put together end up in a very, very, significant cost saving. But let me also say this, that as far as efficiencies are concerned and as far as AI is concerned, I think we are only just about getting started.
Yes, right. So if you can summarize, if I can ask, our topic is need for value marketing in unprecedented economic times. If you can summarize in one sentence, what, Sankar, you will say?
I would go back to what I said earlier. I think we've reached from a traditional market to a modern marketing, one which is full of AI, which is full of omni-channel. I think as a marketer, while you're empowered, but you also, are responsible. So we've got to be careful. I'll just take one more minute. And my professional capacity, I'm not using AI so much because I know the minute I, put something in ChatGPT, it's getting stored somewhere. And, representing a security organization, and it's so addictive. What if you, unknowingly or inadvertently put something which is confidential or proprietary? So there are, everything has a pro and a con. So one has to be very careful. It definitely is very useful. I use ChatGPT or AI platforms a lot, but that balance of what is right, what is wrong is ultimately in the hands of the user. So interesting times, but yes, things are becoming more quantitative as well. So earlier, our leads, everything there was still a gray area. With these new tools, digital marketing, social media marketing, things are very black and white. So it's good for us because we know how we tracked, how we measured. So I would end with that.
Yeah, if you'll ask me in one sentence, I would have replied, value marketing become more crucial for business. So I expect the same answer from
Okay,
Anita.
we're short of time also.
Anita,
Yeah, goes without saying, Deepak, that is for sure that value marketing is crucial for business, no doubt about it, and all the more important, right? Because what you're delivering as an experience, as a brand experience, and also the promise that you deliver to the customer, the stakeholder that who's looking up to you, I think that's very, very crucial, and we are, as an advocate, very much responsible as providing that to our customers and of course internal stakeholders, because that's where the entire thing lies in. And just one small bit to add up, guys, I never have used ChatGPT all my life, but I'm inspired to use this after this session. So I'll definitely give a try with a lot of care being taken, as told by my
You will
friend.
surprise in our hall, somebody is there. He has created Indian version of Nero GPT. We'll introduce in today's event. Over to Nikhil.
So I'll actually say in one sentence, I think value marketing is do more with less. And that has to be a mantra for making your strategies. Thank you.
Thank you. Kaustubh.
I would just say that if you can deliver the value ROI and pipeline, you are a value add, and that's value marketing.
Wonderful. Ritesh.
No, I think as we progress into modern era, and I think things are getting more complicated and more layered as we go along. Media has changed tremendously. You need to utilize or leverage tools like AI and automation, because these are the boatways or pathways in which we can actually re-simplify our life from marketers. And it's not always possible to look at micro details, because with the speed in which you have to take decisions and deploy things in the market is fast changing. So from a value generation perspective, I think it is do more and get more. That is my mantra, at least. And thankfully, technology is there at our rescue as always.
Thank you. Thank you, panelists, for the wonderful session. And thanks for saying.